Hello students, welcome to the lecture on Human Resource Information System, and after this lecture we will be able to learn the following objectives. Understand Human Resource Information System, explain the components of an HRIS system, define the steps in implementation of HRIS, explain the advantages and disadvantages of Human Resource Information System, discuss on total quality management. Let's start with what the Human Resources Information is. Human Resources Information System is a system that keeps the track of all employees and information about them. It is usually done in a database or more often in a series of interrelated databases.
Hello class, can I explain any human resource concepts?
Professor Siegfried, just what is a human resource information system?
Well, Sandy, a human resource information system refers to the systems and processes at the intersection between human resource management, HRM, and information technology. It merges HRM as a discipline and in particular, its basic HR activities and processes with the information technology field, where the programming of data processing systems has evolved into standardized routines and packages of enterprise resource planning, ERP, software. On the whole, these ERP systems have their origin in software that integrates information from different applications into one universal database. The linkage of its financial and human resource modules through one database is the most important distinctions, which makes this software application both rigid and flexible to use.
These systems include the employee name and contact information and all or some of the following: department, job title, grade, salary, salary history, position history, supervisor, training completed, special qualifications, ethnicity, date of birth, disabilities, veteran status, visa status, benefits selected, and more. Any HRIS includes reporting capabilities. Some systems track applicants before they become employees, and some are interfaced to payroll or other financial systems. An HRIS is a management system designed specifically to provide managers with information to make HR decisions.
When sporting teams and work teams have plans to improve themselves or simply have a vacancy, the coach or manager usually calls in a specialist to find new talents. In companies, that specialist is the HR or Human Resources Manager. HR staff kick into action and start the search for interested recruits. Recruiting is a huge part of making great teams. From the group of wannabes, HR staff use their knowledge and experience to find the best person for the job. HR managers are a vital link in the company's overall structure, making sure that the people match the company's purpose. But human resources staff do much more than find stars for the team. They provide expert advice to managers about how they can improve their team's performance and suggest training options to optimise staff potential. HR staff also monitor well-being, look after safety needs, and sometimes act as intermediaries. Both sides need HR when differences arise. And importantly, they make sure people get paid fairly. They then follow up to ensure when jobs change, so does the pay. Keeping capable staff saves time and money in the long run, so HR managers play a big part in staff retention. In a big company, helping people along a successful career path is part of this responsibility. HR managers can make a big difference when they connect the right people. They help shape the business by facilitating change. Then everyone benefits. HR experts are employed all over the world, which allows for great overseas employment opportunities.
The Management Information System is a collection of men, tools, procedures, and software to perform various business tasks at various levels in the organization. Many organizations have separate MIS departments which are involved in maintaining records, performing transactions, report generations, and consolidation of the important information which will be supplied to the various levels of the management. MIS has three basic levels: operational, middle management, and top management, where the information is passed from bottom to top. This paper is an attempt to design an information system for Birla Corporation Limited, which involves attendance capturing and recording system, which will be used in monitoring the staff, control over the irregularities, and reporting to the top management, and show how it is useful in decision making at top level. Human resource planning is concerned with the controlled utilization of human resources to achieve preset objectives, both short-term and long-term. It has three main features: demand work involving analyzing, reviewing, and attempting to forecast the number in terms, kind, level, functions, etc. Supply work attempting to predict what action is and will be needed to ensure that the required numbers are available. Designing the interaction between demand and supply so that skills are utilized to the best possible advantage and aspirations of the individuals are duly considered. To state briefly, planning process aims to bring supply and demand into balance at the levels most consistent with the needs of the projected requirements and with the assessments of the economic and social environment prevailing and expected. The basis of all manpower planning is information. We will need to know how to gather relevant data, analyze manpower demand and supply, and how to apply this information to improve job efficiency and manpower utilization. Whether are auditing the current situation or looking forward, we will need information and reliable data anyway in order to make best decisions or to move into new direction. From the above, a general definition of Human Resource Information System HRIS is developed. Thus, Human Resource Information System provides a method by which an organization collects, maintains analysis, and reports information on people and jobs. The information contained in the HRIS serves as a guide to recruiters, trainers, career planners, and other human resource specialists. It applies to information needs at macro level as well as to the micro level. It has already been noted that without information, it is very difficult to initiate the planning process. For example, in order to plan the tourism development of a destination, one would need information about the number of expected tourist arrivals, number of beds available, number of guides required, etc. Similarly, any organization dealing in providing tourism services needs information to plan operations and thereby look for the manpower to manage them. Hence, in order to make information useful and effective, the following key points need to be taken note of. Adequacy of information. Lack of information hinders planning and will leave unfilled gaps. Specificity of information. If the information is for decision making, then which decisions are to be made and what information is needed, therefore must be made specific. Overestimating information. It is desirable to follow a conservative approach. It is better to understate the need than to waste resources on unused mass of information. Identifying need levels. There is a need for different levels of detail of information, mechanism for addition, deletion. The how and when of information to be added, deleted should be considered. Why have HRIS systems? Can any one of you tell me? The simple answer to this is that HRISs in their crudest form can repeat the same calculation consistently. Any size of organization can have an HRIS. HRIS systems can help with the recruitment and induction process, paying leave, performance management, HR admin, exit interviews, H&S, T&D, discipline and grievances, the calculation of leave, absenteeism, job histories, etc. It stores salaries, pay slips, personal details for age, EEO, nationality, gender, NOK, start dates, costing, tax, deductions, gender, organization structures, etc. But with any information, there must be economies of scale. A small organization could not support a big system or use the staff composition information, as the managing director will probably know all the people in the organization anyway. In large disparate organizations, the CEO may not know the cleaner in Hicks Bay. Hence, they will need to know and report to external agencies their vital statistics. Small organizations might use a bureau-based internet payroll solution. This lets the small business owner focus on their core business, limiting the needs to address payroll compliance issues. By contrast, larger organizations might adopt an in-house model, allowing flexibility, responsibility, and accountability to remain with an internal manager. The size of the business might dictate the type of HRIS system an organization has. Organizations of fewer than 100 staff could have a small system which might cost up to a fixed value, or it might be based on an internet cost per payslip. Examples of this type of system are ACE Payroll, iPayroll, or MIS.
The HRIS is a software or online solution to data tracking, data management, and all of the data needs of your company within the Human Resources Department, sometimes business office, accounting, or management functions. HRIS is normally packaged as a database, and hundreds of companies are selling HRIS software and systems. So are you a small company, a large corporation? Think about your needs. Every HRIS system has different capabilities, and they should match the needs of your organization. Typically, the better HRIS systems include reporting and analysis of employee information. It holds all of your employee information and usually company-related documents, such as employee handbooks. It should also include benefits administration, such as enrollment, status updates, or changes, and an integration with your payroll or other financial software or accounting systems within your organization. It can also be useful in applicant tracking and resume management. The HRIS that most effectively serves your company will track crucial employee data. So think about what employee data is important to you when choosing an HRIS system, such as PTO, personal time off, or pay raises and increases along the way of an employee's history. What's important to you is what needs to be in your system. When seeking out an HRIS for your company, think about the benefit to the company as the whole. Often the biggest benefit is time saving. No longer does your HR staff need to spend time on every little detail. Employees themselves can go online and make status updates, such as a change of address. Managers can also use the system to make changes or track payroll upgrades and increases. The HR staff can spend more time on important things like strategic planning.
A human resources information system, HRIS, is a software package developed to aid human resources, HR professionals to manage data. Human resource professionals utilize these systems to facilitate workflow, improve efficiency, and store and collect information. Several companies offer HRIS packages to employers. HRIS packages can be customized to the specific needs and requirements of the employer. The HRIS core offering includes a database to store employee information. HR professionals can input all personnel data into the system, which can be accessed from anywhere around the clock. Types of data that HR professionals collect in the database include compensation history, emergency contact information, and performance reviews. The core database can also be viewed as an online backup for paper files. Time and labor management can be time-consuming. HRIS packages allow employees to input their own hours worked and allows managers to immediately verify vacation requests, and the data is directly fed to payroll. Time and labor management also improves the HR department's ability to track attendance and punctuality. Another core component of an HRIS is the payroll function. HR can easily download or upload employee hours and issue checks or payroll deposits to employees. Salaried employees can also be paid automatically with significantly reduced risk for error. Some HRIS packages allow employers to establish and maintain medical benefits and retirement investments through their software. Such applications allow employers to have a one-stop shopping experience for all of their human resources data management needs. Other HRIS packages facilitate medical benefit and retirement investment deductions for payroll, but not the establishment of those benefits. Most HRIS packages allow for an employee to have limited user access. Employee users access a part of the database wherein they can update their personal information, review pay stubs, change retirement benefit selections, update direct deposit information, or download benefit election documents. Let's move on to the next topic. Human resource information system should be designed based on organizational requirements. Each organization may have unique problems. Thus, designing systems is specific to the organizational requirements. The following steps are needed in designing and implementing HRIS. Idea generation. The ideas of having a complete system of information stems from the need for information and lapses in the existing system. The objectives of HRIS then to be documented. Contribution of the system to HR administration should be understood. Feasibility study. Feasibility study aims at determining the cost and benefits associated with the system. The benefits accrue may be tangible or intangible. Similarly, the costs of the system may be fixed and operational costs. Apart from the financial cost, non-financial costs such as changing operations should be considered. Project team. System development is not a one-day task. It consists of series of steps. It demands resources and attention of personnel. It should be treated as a project. Thus, a team of people should be selected and assigned with the task of developing and implementing HRIS. Requirement specification. Requirement specification document is a vital paper. In this, a clear statement of requirement of HRIS should be stated. The end benefits expected from the system are to be documented. The objectives of the HRIS should match with the management vision of the need for the system. Vendor analysis. Development of HRIS may be undertaken as in-house task or assigned to outside organization. In-house development is often costly, so outside agency is preferred. System development. System development is done by carrying out certain tasks such as development of data dictionary, flow charting, data flow diagrams, programs modules, input and output design, and finally test run of the HRIS. After test run, errors found are debugged and final system is made ready for implementation. Training. New HRIS is computer based, so employees working in the organization need training on a specific skill to use the new system. Sometimes recruitment of employees with technical skills is made. Implementation. Now the new HRIS is ready to be implemented. Implementation is done using several strategies. The appropriate strategy would be parallel implementation. Here the old system and new system are operated parallel. Once the employees become comfortable in operating the new system, the old system is slowly disbanded. Maintenance. New system needs maintenance. It may take several months to get adjusted to the new system. Till then, the vendor provides the support and simultaneously trains the staff. Evaluation. In the process of use of HRIS, various issues and problems crop up. These issues and problems have to be attended. Necessary changes are made in the new system to incorporate solutions to the problems encountered. System audit is performed to see whether the benefits expected from the HRIS are accrued or not. Students, any one of you know what are the advantages and disadvantages of human resource information system? Let's find out. When the decision to build a human resources information systems department is made, examine the options carefully and be aware of technology and human resources trends for a small business. Small businesses have unique needs based on company goals for growth or a plan to remain small with access to technology without the hefty costs. The term Human Resources Information Systems HRIS often is used interchangeably with Human Resources Management System HRMS and Human Resources Information Technology HRIT. Any of these terms is used to describe the computer and information technology a company utilizes to automate human resources functions and employment actions. HRIS also is the name of the human resources discipline for HRIS specialists and other human resources professionals involved in the technology for employment and personnel matters. And HRIS is used for employment actions such as applicant tracking, performance management, attendance, compensation and benefits management, workforce analysis and scheduling. We may hear about enterprise resource planning, ERP systems into which company HRIS can be integrated. An ERP is for all business matters including profitability analysis, inventory control and investor relations data. These sophisticated systems generally are for large employers with complex technology needs. A very popular use of HRIS is employee self-service. Many employers are utilizing their HRIS to supplement the human resources department staff by enabling employees for finding answers to common questions they would have asked a human resources representative. An employee self-service component can be used in a small business setting because it can be configured to accommodate workplaces with a dozen employees to companies with 10,000 employees. The advantages of having a sophisticated HRIS or HRMS are many. An HRIS or HRMS monitored by qualified specialists who know technology and HR functional and tactical processes can manage compliance with federal and state laws, streamline processes for recruitment and selection, and produce analysis, data and reports for internal and external use. Other advantages of an HRIS include the ease of use for qualification computer technology specialists, accuracy of information, and the ability to perform HR audits using any combination of parameters. The employee and manager self-service features are excellent ways to free up the time of human resources staff members for project work and other duties. Employees and managers can locate answers and information quickly without the need to consult an HR representative every time. An HRIS also can be problematic for small businesses in which some employees must wear many hats. If company is big enough to have a dedicated human resources technology specialist, consider outsourcing. Some of the disadvantages of an HRIS involve human error during information input, costly technology to update our system, and malfunctions or insufficient applications to support human resources needs. There is a demand for computer and technology specialists with general information technology knowledge, and finding a qualified specialist with human resources functional area knowledge can be different. With such a demand, cost to hire an HRIS specialist may be far above the average salary for a computer technology specialist. A human resource information system is a software package that replaces manual, paper-based methods of inputting, tracking and recording employee information. It is generally organized in 5 main modules. An HRIS records employee personal and job-related information. It keeps records detailing job requirements. It facilitates planning by matching employees with the jobs for which they are best qualified, and with security features and tracking of data required for regulatory compliance, it satisfies laws for the protection of personal data and generates reports for submission to government agencies. A typical HRIS is organized with an employee database. It includes personal information such as name, age, address, telephone numbers, social security number, dependents, education and training, as well as job-related information. The latter can include the current salary and salary history, and employment history and benefit details. The HRIS organizes the data into menu-driven pages that display more and more detail in any of the data categories. The company may use the HRIS to create a second database for data related to particular jobs. For an HRIS organized in this fashion, this second database contains the requirements for each existing company position, the name of the employee holding the position, the names of potential replacements, the paths available for promotion into and from the position, and the salary and benefit levels associated with the position. Companies may use a third organizational module of an HRIS for planning. Such a module draws on the employee database, the jobs database, and the global employee and job information to identify future human resource requirements and possible sources. Human resources means much more than hiring and firing employees for small business. We must address much more complex issues in both the management side of human resources and the information side. Each function can make significant contributions to the growth of small business and make it more profitable. Human Resources Management System will track employee performance, time off and training needs. It also will help us project employee needs for future hiring. Think of management systems as handling the people side of human resources. This type of system can measure employee satisfaction through data entry from survey forms and can help us plan performance reviews. We must track a great deal of information for each employee. Not only must keep current contact information, social security numbers and tax withholding information, also must keep current benefits information, scheduling requirements for each employee, and head counts for each department. Information system also will track healthcare costs per employee and turnover rates. In order to avoid feeling overwhelmed when integrating management and information systems, focus on the management system as the driver of human resources decisions. Use management system, for example, to determine what kind of training an employee needs to meet goals set in a performance review. Did you know human resources information systems have evolved since the 1980s from relatively simple computer applications to virtual walls of sophisticated human resources information and processes? Quality refers to a parameter which decides the superiority or inferiority of a product or service. Quality can be defined as an attribute which differentiates a product or service from its competitors. Quality plays an essential role in every business. Business marketers need to emphasize on quality of their brands over quantity to survive the cutthroat competition. Total quality management is defined as a continuous effort by the management as well as employees of a particular organization to ensure long-term customer loyalty and customer satisfaction. Remember, one happy and satisfied customer brings 10 new customers along with him, whereas one disappointed individual will spread bad word of mouth and spoil several of existing as well as potential customers. Total quality management is a structured effort by employees to continuously improve the quality of their products and services through proper feedbacks and research. Ensuring superior quality of a product or service is not the responsibility of a single member. Total quality management is indeed a joint effort of management, staff members, workforce, and suppliers in order to meet and exceed customer satisfaction level. Did you know W. Edwards Deming, Joseph M. Juran, and Armand V. Feigenbaum jointly developed the concept of total quality management? Total quality management originated in the manufacturing sector but can be applied to almost all organizations. Now, in the end, let us summarize what we have learnt in this lecture. The Management Information System is a collection of men, tools, procedures, and software to perform various business tasks at various levels in the organization. A Human Resources Information System, HRIS, is a software package developed to aid human resources, HR professionals to manage data. An additional organizational module for an HRIS is superimposed on the others to ensure security. Total quality management is defined as a continuous effort by the management as well as employees of a particular organization to ensure long-term customer loyalty and customer satisfaction. Quality assurance refers to planned and systematic production processes that provide confidence in a product's suitability for its intended purpose. Human resource planning is concerned with the controlled utilization of human resources to achieve preset objectives, both short-term and long-term.